Question 2 asks what percent of students receive each of the scores, and asks for a screenshot of the percentages and then also the formula bar with regard to the number of students who receive a score of 7 specifically. So we're going to navigate back to the spreadsheet, and we're kind of going to piggyback on what's already here. So I'm just going to click in an empty cell where I will have Excel compute the total number of values that were included, and that's just a summation. So it's a function the spreadsheet knows. I begin with an equals, type the word sum, and then I tell Google Docs what cell contains the first value, and that's 04. And then I use a colon and I tell it what cell contains the last value, and that's actually 010. So I have equal sum 04 colon 010, right parentheses, I hit enter, and it shows me the value of 100. So I'm going to use the cell containing that value to actually compute the percentages. So I'd like the first percentage in cell P4 to show me what percent of students received a 4. Now I realize with this data there are 100 values, so calculating the percent is something you can probably do in your head, but in most cases it's not going to come out to be such an even number, so I want you to know the way to actually compute the formulas. So calculating a percent is just a very simple division where we take the value and divide it by how many possible there are. So we begin with the equals because it's another calculation. We tell the spreadsheet what cell contains the frequency, which is cell 04. We don't want to type in the actual value because if we add data or delete data, we want the spreadsheet to automatically recompute. So I'm going to take the value in cell 04 and I'm going to divide it by the value that's in cell 013. And because I want all of the divisions to be divided by the value in 013, I'm going to type in $O, $13, and that's going to tell the spreadsheet to always go back to the value in that exact cell to get the number. So I hit enter. It shows me 28%. I'm going to click back on that cell, and when I get my mouse to the lower right hand corner of that cell, see how it becomes a skinny cross? When you have the skinny cross, drag down to the cell with the 10 in it and let go, and it will automatically copy that formula down. So if you click in the cell with the number 7 in it and go to the formula bar, which is up here, you'll notice that the first part of the formula changed to an 07 because that's where the value was, but the second part still had the $13, $013. So even though it changed the value of the formula every time it went down to a new row, it always went back to this one. So the if yours do not show up as percents initially, you can click up here on the percent symbol to get it to be a percent, and you can change the number of decimal places as you want up here as well. So the worksheet asks you to copy this much information. Remember, the regular copy doesn't quite work, so you need to do a screenshot. So I'm going to capture that information and paste it into the worksheet. And then it also asks for a screenshot of the formula showing the number of people who had a score of 7. So I'm going to click in this cell and I'm going to come up here to my actual formula, copy that, and paste that value in.